They just they go for Ember.
Okay, you know, I think that's a much safer mid laner to go with. You know, they're not trying to break the meta there. That can just get you killed more times than not.
To be fair, JG just
bottom hated, gets trapped inside the shards, going to take a bit of a beating here in the brambles as well. And it looks like this will be first blood. Gets picked up there from Bombi. The frost shield that came out denied the first blood there for the Tusk. So
and Ryu. Whoa,
and the
so
mid lane
close
as well. Ken running down JG underneath the tier 1 tower. They're both really low. Oh, Ken just able to get the kill before he ends up dropping there to the tower. So gets the experience for getting the kill on towards the Ember. Ooh, fly back. He just did not want to lose out on these creeps.
Slark is doing really well, so is Rapido. And this is very important for Rapido's Tusk, because this is a hero that we've seen time and time again. Either you have a really good... mid lane.
They had a dive in it. They got the Flame and Lasso already picked up. Can JG get himself out of this?
They die back.
Trying to get alive as much as possible. He is gone. Unfortunately, the support's coming in from Xerxia just a little bit too late. So they're trying to get a return kill on towards the bat. May have to settle for Hated if they can get the final right click. Stick usage.
Oh, it misses.
Hated is out of there.
Hits and he's forced to use the ultimate. And oh my, Karma. He's also forced to use the ultimate just to get away. Is he going to be fine?
I think you might think about die with the tier 1 tower. These Broodlings actually hurt quite a lot. Karma, he's trapped himself in the trees. Does manage to get the leap away, but doesn't matter. The Broodlings will keep chase, but about to run out. And they will be forced now to turn around. But JG and Bombi, they are here to get the wraparound. Enryu is going to get caught inside the brambles, trying to juke himself away, but it's just not enough, and he will fall. So a lot of numbers here for Xerxia. Seeing if they can catch someone out. But Hated, I think he spotted the rotation from his own high ground. Just both teams trying to keep tabs on each other right now. Again, the wrap.
9 heroes mid.
Spot out Enryu. TP also coming in from the Batrider, but can they burst down the Brewmaster? He still doesn't have his ult with another 30 seconds. He's probably going to die as a result of that. Xerxia trying to get the right clicks, needs one more. The nice pullback from Fortune Soul, trying to get the kill onto the Silencer, but they still lose the bat. But at the same time, Ken is able to bring down Rapido, so it's a 2-for-1 exchange in the favor of Neon. And it looks like Bombi will manage to get himself out at least, but regardless, it's a nice response there coming out from Neon Esports.
JG had no mana, so he had to go back to base to heal up. He left the Remnant, but wasn't able to fight. And Karma, is he gonna be alright? TP's out. Oh, last second.
That was
not enough.
So close. They even just commit the Brewmaster ultimate just to secure the kill. JG is here, wants to get a retaliation kill onto Hated. Might be able to find it, but nice use there of the Cyclone from Enryu to hold him in place. Are they going to try and push for more right now? Looks like they will. He's got no Fire Remnants to work with. Oh, actually, no, he did. He managed to zip away.
Yeah, but I thought he might be able to actually outsfire him, but the laning stage, I guess, was a tiny bit better for Kron because he was able to get killed. Oh, we got fight. Rumble the jungle.
Nice shackle. The land the area as well from the Jada here. Out comes the Chain Frost. Just bounces around to the neutrals. Hate will still die. Unfortunately, Soul not able to get close up with the ultimate. Does he land the hook here onto Jada? That is a definite for sure. Well, actually, maybe Ken might get brought down here. The Global Silence is going to give JG the opportunity to do so, but doesn't quite want to fully commit. Instead, Fortune Soul is now stuck here in this position, but regardless, just no mana to work with here for the two members of Xerxia.
And giving it, there's a little bit more intelligence coming out for Jaja again, who is going to go straight up for the first staff. Love that on the Silencer. I'm not a big fan of the Veil of Discord build. Just go, go for the first staff. You can cut your distance away from the Batrider, from the Pudge. Mid lane though, they're going for more.
Low Sword bounces out onto the snowball. They get the connection onto JG and just burst down the Embers before we can do anything about it. Bombi's trying to get the Shona Hated. Will bring down the Lich, but he's just stuck amongst so many members of Neon, and that's going to be a +1 strength there for Fortune Soul. Can they also get Jar Jar going for TP out? And Kent, realizing there's no way to stop it, just flies on by and starts hitting creeps. That's what happens when Saitama comes at you. Just smashes you in the face and down you go. Looks like.
Did you watch? Did you watch both seasons of One Punch Man? People say the second one's not as good, and I was wondering if you agreed with that.
Well, I think that's just the case with most shows, isn't it? The second season never is good. But we will talk about that. Fortune Soul has been quiet. He's a tanky boy, though. Can he survive long enough for the rest of his team to bring the assistance? He's still on half HP. Out comes the ultimate. Does get cancelled relatively quickly right now. Ken is also able to BKB activated, but it doesn't matter. The Pudge will still fall eventually. Can there be some sort of retaliation kills here from Neon? Ken's trying to get on someone, anyone they can. They're going to have to settle for the position 3 Tusk, but even still, he doesn't immediately get brought down. And now another counterplay potentially coming in from Xerxia. Focus on towards the Lich. Finally, they do manage to bring down the Tusk, tornadoing up the Slark as well. He wasn't able to purge it off in time, but here is JG jumping on towards the Batrider with the help of Karma.
Jesus.
Down goes the Batrider. Xerxia just perfectly playing this fight right now. It looks like they might lose Xerxia. Long last, he will drop there. The Brewmaster finally able to get that kill, but now he's in a 1 versus 3 situation. There is actually Tsukimoto here. Can he make any difference at all? Still Sleight of Fist. That is not the spell he wanted at all. And Enryu's dead, and Tsukimoto will be the 5th and final casualty there for Neon. Everyone dying, and Xerxia only losing 2. Loads of spells being tossed out here and there, but everyone's still alive. And it looks like Neon, they're just going to back on out.
They do have global silence if Xerxia wants to go for this fight, and a lot of the big ultimates are down. No lasso and no oh, here we go. Ken, is he in trouble? The global comes out.
The global, they're going to get try and get the grab to Ken, but he just straight up TPs out, abandoning the rest of his team. Fortunesoul also tried to go for it. There's no ways to stop it there once the BKBs are activated. Fortunesoul actually getting the kill to Bombi whilst he was just TPing away. And JG trying to chase off to Enry, but again that Storm Panda holding them back with the Cyclone. And it looks like he will be able to disengage. So again, it's just the supports that fall, but regardless, Xerxia forced them away from the area, and that will be Roshan #1 falling into their hands.
Yep, with the tag team up, it's not that hard to bring down. And oh, by the way, it does silence the Bruling. I was looking at Enryu, I saw the global silence come out. He couldn't use it on the
Raven room.
I forgot they have a lich, right? So that makes the tower damage even more of a problem for Xerxia. Overall, they get a kill, and they do some work with the first Aegis, but it's not like a death blow for Neo. There's still a chance. Bombi, he might be generous again and give away his life.
Yeah, he managed to get the Shadow Realm off, but there's just so much AoE damage coming out. He cannot survive through it.
I think that's the biggest one, right? You're hitting someone, Frost Shield comes out, you're like, nope, doesn't matter. And nice Dior coming out from Bombi, and there, Fortunesoul, he jumps in, he wants to fight.
Jumping straight, they found both the supports inside of Neon, well out of position right there. Enry was still to commit his ultimate right now. Meanwhile, the backlines, Fortunesoul's going to be able to bring down Bombi. Xerxia was poking at the bear, trying to do what he wanted, but Fortunesoul popping the BKB, will try and walk himself away, just able to get the Blink Dagger off. It looks like now they're going to change targets, though, over towards Ken. Unfortunately, BKB, actually, his BKB was off of cooldown, but he just didn't use it. Every time they've tried taking a fight, the best that they can hope for is getting kills onto the supports, it seems. They were killing the Ember Spirit a lot. I should jump forward, so they have got the Flame and Lasso again on towards Bombi. It's another support kill, it's something. Meanwhile, actually, Rapido also poking on towards Enryu, gets hit by the hook, dragging back the Tusk. Out comes the Global Sun, so it looks like Xerxia might try and commit for this fight right now. The Tusk's going to try and stay alive for as long as possible, where with the Snowball, Karma jumping on towards the Ken, force away the Batrider. And Forstaff's trying to make space for Rapido, another punch up the air for Fortunesoul. Regardless, he does get brought down. Wicked 6-spree now actually for Fortunesoul. This guy's been having a pretty good time. I feel like he's the only one on his team who's been having good fights lately.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we were saying, right? You need more of that. Whatever that is, that's not a miracle. They need more of it with Karma. He wants to get the kill on Ken. Looks like he might be able to get it.
Jumping on towards it, but this time the Batrider does use the BKB, even with the Snowball trying to drag him out. Karma's all getting slowed in position. He actually will get brought down right now. The Slark can't tank through it all. Nice fight coming out here from Neon, trying to get the +1 here onto Xerxia, who will go for the TP out.
When all your damage is magical and Roshan's got 50% magic resistance, it's not good. It's not good. Like, that's just how it is. Very unfortunate for them. They did force out the glyph top, so yeah, they just couldn't capitalize on that victory. Oh, big jump in though.
Oh, they managed to get the lasso onto JT. There is going to be global silence, trying to make the spaces. Ember Spirit though is still pretty damn healthy, feeling comfortable. Fortunesoul jumping in, takes a lot of damage very, very quickly right now. Trying to focus on Takama, but he's still able to bring down the supports as well as Enry into the backlines, trying to bring down the silencer, but it doesn't really matter. He's already used the global silence. This isn't going to be that effective. It looks like Enry will just lose his life for this one. Tsukimo also buying back. So this is not at all a good fight for Neon. I mean, Fortunesoul looks like he's maybe trying to go for a hook out on his teammate, but not going to work. There is no global silence. They feel like they can still take the fight. The hook does land on JG. There's no cancel this time round. The Ember Spirit getting pretty low, but he's still going to be able to disengage. His K-Frost bounces around there. He's got to be careful he doesn't get hit by one of those. But it doesn't matter. The Aegis already into the hands of Karma. They got a +1 onto Hated as well.
Hook, and suddenly Xerxia could lose this big advantage. Oh, there you go, the hook.
Dragging back Karma. Just going to drop some right clicks onto Fortunesoul and he will disengage. Meanwhile, at the bot lane, Ken though, unfortunately he gets caught and he doesn't actually end up surviving very long. He is dead, gone for 80 seconds, does have a buyback available. He doesn't really care about getting hit. Another hook off the mark. buildings now going to start getting beaten into, but they are just chucking out a lot of spells there onto Karma, trying to hold back this life as long as possible. They actually popped the global. I mean, he had the Aegis. I don't think they really needed to expend that high-value ultimate just for that. But regardless, though, kickback onto Fortune Soul, force him outside of the base. He does just shoot the BKB TP out, though. He is going to avoid that one. Meanwhile, Karma jumping in aggressively, found Hayden. Enryu is there, ultimate back on up right now, trying to find the opportunity to use it. But JG, he's being caught, dragged back in towards the base. He is down. Gem on the floor as well, but double buyback was expended there for Neon.
Look, here's another one.
It lands onto Bombi. He's going to force Urges to try and react into this. Terrorize landing onto 2, forcing the back. Karma jumping in, very aggressive himself, focused onto Fortune Soul. He's a shredding apart this Pudge right now, able to get the ultimate, but get quickly cancelled out. And he is gone. 90 seconds. Buyback already forced out. JG trying to get the +1 on towards the Lich. Dive back from him. But obviously, the Ember Spirit's also brought back for this engagement. Hook punched him up into the sky. Regardless, all of these BKBs that are getting used up. Hook lands back onto Karma, dragging him in towards the base. The Pudge, though, no BKBs. Got to be very, very careful. He gets brought down. Enryu into real danger. No much work with the Brambles. It lands onto Fortune Soul as well. The Pudge is gone. 4 people, no buyback, and that is GG. Neon Esports tapped out of this first game of the best of 2.
Man, they were able to hold the base for quite some time because there was just no damage coming out from Xerxia. Sorry, no building damage on them. But in the end, this massive gold advantage is going to be it's going to be too much for Neon to overcome. Now
to actually get the grab onto you.
Yeah.
And then they go for the
is it the support? Support Primal Beast. Is this gonna be? I think it is gonna be support. Yeah, and Ryu's on the dark sphere. Ken's mid fortune. Okay. Primal Beast.
Must have just been a few more. Yeah, quite a few denies actually been picked up here from Ken. 11 denies versus just the 6 there of JG. So does just help him get that level 6 a bit earlier. But the 6-minute power rune coming up. Tsukimo and Jar Jar going to contest for the top one. Does actually end up being an arcane rune. Can Jar Jar get himself away from this? And he does get a short range dive off. It's actually out of there, keeping the first one down. And now Tsukimo could end up getting traded off, going for the TP. JG obviously already using the stun, and yeah, very nice read there from Tsukimo.
There are a lot of punishments, so it's an issue. And he doesn't have any points in Searing Chains, so even his rotation is going to be rather limited.
Yeah, it's Tsukimo. He was desperate to try and get the solo kill there on towards Jar Jar, but unfortunately ends up just giving away first blood to the anti-mage. Literally the worst target. Karma jumping forwards actually gets hit from the hook stop there of the Centaur. A little bit of luck for every. Ooh, the Mana Void does a disgusting amount of damage there. I was saying in the draft that it's sort of working to Xerxia's favor. Like, as we were saying, Ken wants to try and be making those rotations to get kills. We're talking about kills. Bombi does die up top. But yeah, like, they want Ken to rotate around to make space, but if he's being forced to just defend his tier 1 tower, definitely mitigates his game. Jump forwards, Enryu gets hit from the Mana Void again, and he is down. Another kill gets picked up there for Karma.
This combo wasn't able to get. Bot lane has just been like nothing's happening. You know, just bot lane just Fortune Soul's farming, Repeater's farming, and that's it. Top lane though, Tsukimoto, lucky feet. Oh,
it does manage to dodge out the Bramble there, but in comes Ken. Gonna be able to get a retaliation kill on towards the Phoenix, but yeah, no. We do see a little 2-man smoke here. Tsukimo and Ken head down towards their own jungle area. They will spot out Karma, but it doesn't matter. Their smoke got broken by Rapido, who is now going to get gone on himself. And it looks like the task might just be the sacrifice to let him fall. Unfortunately, it's not even any creeps for him to snowball down to. He's down. He's trying to get all shards, pushes him down a little bit more, but I think it might just be a tactic of wasting as much time as possible. And even Ken managed to get in the final hit there. I think they wanted to maybe give that kill over towards Fortune Soul, but Ken was like, nah, I'm taking it. It all feels like Neon are just chasing after shadows right now. They can't really make a decent move themselves. I say that, and they are actually now going to go on towards Rapido, but it is the Tusk who's relatively farmed. Going to try and walk himself out of there. Tsukimo jumping forwards there, but JG is going to be in with the stun into the face of the Primal Beast, and he will get brought down, punished hard. Jump forwards there from Ken to try and get to Rapido, but the heals from the Sunray, keeping Rapido nice and safe. Ken hit by the Terrorize. Egg also there, but unfortunately the Fear actually pushes him through the gap of the Bramble, so Ken's going to be able to get himself away. Really nice bit of luck there. Rapido now getting stuck with jump forwards from JG, dropping down the fire spit and everything. Fortune Soul trapped inside the Brambles, has to just try and run himself away. There's so much dot damage from afar. Fortune Soul gets healed up there, Enryu with the Guardian Greaves, saving his carry. But even still, like, Neon, they're bringing the numbers. Can't quite find the kill. They're never done yet. Ken jumping in. Snowball for Rapido, just making the space, another vacuum back, but they just can't bring down the Tusk. They're trying their best, another use of the Sunray, but eventually he will get brought low. They find the kill. Fortune Soul now also getting involved to get the grab on towards Bombi. So all about persistence there from Neon. You know, it took a long time, but at last they get 2 kills and might even be able to take down the tier 1 tower as well. The old Phoenix, but a nicely timed TP will get him away. Meanwhile though, Karma just poking and prodding on towards Ken. The roots will land. Can they burn away enough of his mana? He doesn't actually have enough now to get the leap away, even if he did have the charges, and it looks like Ken will get brought low as a result. Terrorize comes out, lands onto Emery, who's going to force the Darkseer away. And it will just allow Sukimo to get brought down. Left of the device actually turn around. They get the grab on towards the anti-mage, and they bring Karma down. That is a fantastic target. Even going to take down the other 2 members of Xerxia in the area. And Rapido's pulling himself away. The Roots are actually holding them all back. How are they escaping from this? I'm not sure if Bombi can. The iron shells there on Tsukimoto are going to be able to find the kill. Rapido's still pretty healthy, and Fortune Soul wants to keep trying pursuing right now, but can't quite find the grab. Oh, actually, he blocked himself in with his own shards. Turning around, Fortune Soul gonna carry on charging forwards. Nice dodge of the leap there. Gets another connection. But even still, Rapido has to try and run himself away. Onslaught though coming through from Tsukimo. Finds Jar Jar hiding in the trees. And it's another death there from Xerxia. So nice signs of life from Neon.
Keeping them healed up. And Karma though, he might be willing to jump in. It's scary to blink though. If you blink in and you lose your life, you can be very risky. He's gonna go for it. Get Tsukimoto.
Bring him down. Fortune Soul was also there, able to bring down Bombi in response to change their target. Out comes the Marvel. There's a lot of damage under it. Can't quite find the kill. Vacuum in towards the wall of replicas. The illusion's gonna be start doing some work, and JG just no way to escape from himself. And just so much damage actually coming out from Neon at this stage. Good. I mean, his laning phase was kind of a draw. Like, it was just him and Rapido trading farm, but it definitely feels like this aggressive style of play from Neon is working out. And just going in again. He's got the grab onto JG. In comes the Terrorize. It's going to allow a bit of space there for the Dragon Knight, but the connection from Tsukino trapping him off. Fortune Soul still diving forwards. Do they have any further lockdown to bring down this Dragon Knight? The key is yes, they got the lasso, traps him in place. He is dead. And Karma, he oversteps and just gets eviscerated in seconds. Oh my lord, man. This anti-mage, despite the fact that he's so farmed, he is still really, really squishy.
Out of position, he gets destroyed. Or as my friend would say, eviscerated. You know?
I mean, well, they're actually going for a 4-man smoke right now. See what they find. They got the connection straight away on towards the Slark, but it doesn't matter. The jump force over Tsukino plows through 3 people, making space. Maybe that's enough to keep their Fortune Soul alive, but it is not. He will still fall. Egg gets dropped, and looks like Tsukimo is going to be the second casualty there for Neon. So nice little quick play there from Xerxia, keeping Neon on their toes and finding that very, very high priority of the Slark.
It's very nice for... Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was going to ask you about that, whether if, like, what the real thinking behind it was, but actually we don't get a chance to talk about it. As Enryu, it was trying to desperately get into the Roche pit to stop it, ends up getting caught. Even Ken now getting plowed into. All his mana just gets burned away so quickly. And I guess that is the power of this Axe pickup. All that extra illusion with the mana burn, that's what allowed him to get that kill. So
third blink fragment, the enemy has no mana at all. And Tsukimo is thinking of contesting. But the only thing he's going to be contesting is his allies for a spot in the grave right now.
Yeah.
Fast, get a couple of kills, and suddenly he can turn the game around. So, Karma, I like what he's doing, going for the BKB first. And, oh, Ken's here.
Just poking onto Bombi. Even still, they don't want to quite overcommit on towards the Willow. Nice little bramble placement, trying to go for the TP out. Overgrowth and Wall of Replica gets dropped. Guys, you've got to remember, this is a support Dark Willow. I don't think... I can understand the Overgrowth drop, but...
It just gets better, you know. Lower cooldown, more range, more damage, more slow, just perfect. Oh, wow.
Do see a jump straight on towards Karma, but he has the Aegis. Will Replica drag.
That's a lot.
Onto 3. That is pretty damn nice usage. Egg off to the side as well. Might be able to make a bit of space here for Xerxia.
Good egg.
Not really tried. Overgrowth coming on out as well. Lands there from Hatred, locking quite a lot of people in place, but still Enryu is actually the first casualty right now. Xerxia just can't bring a single... Neil, sorry, can't bring anyone from Xerxia down. Looks like they will manage to get the grab on towards the Phoenix, but he's already used the X, so it doesn't matter too much. And Xerxia thinking about still trying to pressure him for more. We'll find Tsukimo burning away all of the Primal Spirit's mana right now. Jump forwards again, Ken. Lincoln Sphere avoiding the stun. Gonna be able to keep himself running away. Even avoids the guilty crown.
Wow, work for me.
Yeah. I'm not sure I would take those easy peasy kills, but talking about easy peasy kills, Enryu just gets jumped on right now. There's a lot of burst damage, but the heals are keeping him nice and sustained. Terrorize going to land onto a couple, but Tsukime with BKB holding back the Dragonite, but still the Dark Seer is dead. Egg will pop, gets the connection on towards the Primal. His BKB has now ran out, and so has his time on this earth. Double kill for Xerxia of all people, the Phoenix getting the kill credit. And now 3 versus 5, no buybacks available. This could be a pretty nice time for Xerxia to take down the first tier 3 of the game.
And Xerxia knows exactly what's happening. Fortune Soul also reveals himself, so that's a punch.
Hit by the punch first. Terrorize will land. Fortune Soul though was actually able to get his ultimate off in time, so not going to get locked down this time. Tsukumo again with the BKB heading straight on top of the Phoenix, trying to lock down Xerxia. No dive, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't have much damage. Follow up. Talking about damage, Ken is into the backlines, finally able to bring them down. JG's BKB is about to run out himself, so he's got to be careful. And it looks like Neon will just pursue after the old DK, bring down the Dragon Man, and he is gone. Xerxia though, well, at least Karma was trying to go into the backlines himself, but even still, 3 versus 5, actually jumps on in, finds Enryu. Darkseid completely separated from this team, ends up being a free kill. The Dark Willow as well, maybe get locked in position. The overgrowth coming up from Hated, locking down onto the Dark Willow herself. Just end before we get to see Megas, I'm not too sure.
Nah, Xerxia will want to break their spirits, and you know they'll say they will get the Mega, give them a chance to come back. I see an impressive comeback by Alliance the other day, where they were able to, you know, they got Mega and they still managed to win. So not completely out of hope. Oh, Ken?
Okay, you get the initial stun on towards the Ember Spirit, follow up as well from Rapido, but still not quite enough to bring down the Ember Spirit. Now the Tuck's into real danger, gonna get caught himself, locked in place there from Pulverize. Out comes the Ectos, can land onto quite a few, as well as the Replica Wall. Tons of ultimates landing pretty successfully, although the stun hits from Shada through the egg, locking Fortune Soul, which probably saved Bombi's life. So just a trade. Karma also into the base, having a little 1v1 matchup versus Fortune Soul, jumping in. Nice overgrowth, lands on Hay, but it doesn't matter. The Slark's taking a heck of a beat, but he's still actually able to out-damage the anti-mage, taking down 2. All that's left is the Phoenix, who TP'd away. What a fantastic fight there from Neon. That's a full set of barracks. Do you think they're going to go for the top? I mean, they definitely can.
Yes. One thing Neon could have considered is going for the tier 4 and trying to end the game, but
so he just needs a little bit
actually,
for Karma. Oh, Karma, if he gets caught right now without that buyback gold available, this could be absolutely terrible for them. He's going to get hit from the Cypher Vice, locked in place. The follow-up damage is coming on in with the vacuum, but still the heals come out there for Rapido, bring him to safety. Karma's going to try and get himself out. Ken keep in chase, but regardless, the anti-mage is away. There's still, though, Neon are not going to allow Xerxia to get away with this. The egg has been dropped, and without any actual hitters, Neon are just sort of forced into disengage right now. Fortune Soul still charging in. They've got the lockdown on towards JG, but there is going to be the snowball, making space, getting them away, get the connection on towards Ken, on top of everything else, but still, it looks like the Dragonite will fall. Xerxia's gone. It's still Neon coming out ahead of this fight. They might be able to get the first life on Fortune Soul, but it's just not happening. 3 kills, they don't lose anyone, still got Aegis, they still have the cheese as well.
What is he really going to give you? And oh lord, they lose Rapido as well. And Rapido, does he have buyback? He does, thankfully for Xerxia here and Neon. They are not going to go, you know, quietly into the night, that's for sure. They're going to get Megas, you know, I think that's definitely happening, and oh dear.
Found another jump there on towards the anti-mage. Who's going to be snowball saved this time around? Tsukimo on top of the Dark Willow will be brought low. There is a couple of heals raining on in. It's going to keep her alive for now. Fortune Soul completely out of mana, but Karma is out of life. Does have the buyback, and he's going to be forced to use it. They just GG's. They don't even buy back onto the anti-mage. What?
He had it. That's why. Well, I mean, that is interesting that Karma just decided. That was crazy. I gotta say, that was crazy. Okay.
Oh, I feel like that was kind of tilt because he GG's and immediately disconnects as well. I do not think he's happy at all.